Hi, and welcome to Teletalk. I'm Liv.
And I'm Ben.
And on this episode, you'll hear our carefully considered and not at all random thoughts on a show we like. There will be spoilers.
We're giving ourselves an age rating of 15 and above, but you're welcome to make up your own minds. Listener discretion is advised.
Suddenly Amish.
Ah, suddenly Amish.
Suddenly.
No one
Amish.
Suspects the Amish Inquisition.
Okay. Season 1, episode 4.
Wow.
It's going well, isn't it?
It's going quick is what it is.
As a show, I mean, rather than necessarily the integration.
Wow. Yeah, and there's only 2 more episodes left after this.
I think so, yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to live without this. This is amazing.
I know, I do want more. I find myself thinking about them in between the episodes.
I think of it a bit like the Diet Coke of TV shows. Like, it's plainly artificial, but it's quite satisfying.
Okay. I was wondering what your link was there.
0 calories, all the fun!
Yay.
Please sponsor us, Coke.
What are you doing?
No.
That's enough of that. I want to talk about Esme, because I didn't think this was going to happen.
Oh, didn't you?
No, but she does take off her lashes and her nails.
But I thought that we were left on a cliffhanger that she was going to leave again.
Yeah, we were, weren't we?
Yeah, and they didn't even pretend that was a thing.
But she has a great chat with Kendra, and I actually felt that Kendra showed a real level of maturity and understanding of Esme to be able to have such influence over her.
It's amazing, isn't it? You get to talk to your mum on the phone for like a minute, and then you put on a nice, simple Amish dress, and suddenly your whole worldview has matured.
But she talks about herself, doesn't she? And says, I think I'm dealing with it because there are no mirrors. I can't see myself. I might look ridiculous, but I feel like I fit in.
Yeah, I like this. She was like, I feel great, so I probably look great.
Yeah, and I think
like
that
that.
really resonated with Esme. I think she was sort of understanding the point of it.
It's very different from me, whereas I go, I don't really mind what I look like. I don't have to look at me. 2 sides of the same coin.
Well, sort of, in that Kendra was pointing out that normally there's loads of mirrors around and selfies and all sorts of other things where you do, in fact, look at yourself.
But apart from that, it's the same.
Yeah, it's not the same.
But yeah, they were just sat there, and I thought she was quite clever in that she was trying, because Esme was sort of very conscious that people were trying to pressure her and force her to...
Force Esme.
Adapt, yes.
Yeah.
Whereas Kendra went about it would be going, this is how it's benefited me.
Yes.
And maybe you feel ready to decide to do it, giving her that agency and that power back, which is plainly what Esme needed.
Yeah.
Because she's still pissy about the mean girls thing and that they were bullying her.
Well, because she says maybe they don't have anything left to pick on me for.
How about your shitty attitude?
I don't think they were picking on you, but that's still her perception and her attitude.
Yeah. I'm not a big Esme fan, if I'm honest. There's just the way she carries herself rubs me up the wrong way.
Then again, I think she said that she's been wearing false lashes and nails since her early teens.
Yeah.
That's a long time to have felt under that kind of pressure to conform.
It's really interesting as well because I didn't realise she'd taken her eyelashes off.
I know.
I was like, whoa.
Her natural lashes are incredible.
How big? I don't know. Were they ginormous before then? Had she got crazy long ones?
They might have just been fuller, just more of the same. I don't know. There's different types of lashes.
Esme lashes keep you fuller for longer.
I just wouldn't have... She was saying, I've taken them off. Look, I've taken them off. And I thought, oh, well, why did you wear them, though? Because you are naturally gifted with lashes.
I was also like, well, she's still got quite long, transparent nails on. So I'm like, all you've done is just make them transparent. You've still got fake nails on.
I don't think she has.
She had plastic ones on. Unless her nails underneath the fake nails were really long.
I didn't notice them being really long.
I did.
They showed us her toenails, which still look...
It's not the same, Liv. Oh my god, imagine having massive acrylic fake toenails.
People do.
What?
That's what I'm saying. It still looked like she had fake toenails on, or at least polish on them.
Loophole.
All I'm saying is they seem to be agreeing that she has now conformed. So regardless of what we can see from the screen, they seem to be happy and she's done what they've asked.
You are now promoted to dress wearer.
Yeah, and she seems really happy.
Yes. Conformity never felt so good.
Well, it's more about fitting in, isn't it?
Yes.
And trying out the full experience.
Well, and of course she was the only one not with the programme, so to speak, other
Yeah.
than Matt, who is literally not with the programme. And so, yeah, it must be nice to be able to participate. I also noticed that Jonah had not followed through with his, oh, well, while you're not wearing them, I won't wear mine thing.
Yes, they didn't give us a timeline though, did they?
Well, apparently, as we saw before, timelines and Esme make no difference whatsoever. So, because she was like, oh, well, I feel very pressured because they said they were going to give me time to come to terms with it, and then they didn't. I'm like, you definitely had more time than you agreed.
Yeah, well, they said last week, didn't they, that she'd had her 7 days.
Those monsters. But yeah, so she gets her Amish on. She
yeah,
gets
no,
Billie
I
Jo'd.
was really pleased.
Yeah.
I was really, really pleased. Because it's more fun watching it when they all join in.
Yeah, it's always a bit weird if one of them doesn't. You're like, well, this isn't really working, is it?
So... And I suppose we've also covered Kendra at this point, for the most part, because I think that chat that she had with Esme...
was a big part of her episode.
Yeah.
And actually, the more I see of Kendra, the more she sort of grows in my estimation. I feel like this process is actually having a really positive effect on her thus far.
Yeah, she's sort of letting it in, isn't she?
Yeah, especially since Matt departed, because she doesn't have that distraction.
Yeah, she can focus on what she's there to do.
So yeah, hopefully smooth sailing from now on.
Yeah, oh, I just want to mention at this point, because it involved all three of the women, and we're talking about Esme and Kendra. The butter churning was brilliant.
God, yeah, the butter churning.
Yeah,
It
was so much fun.
I was even sat there with you going, how long until someone makes a deeply inappropriate joke?
Yeah.
And in the talking heads, they're kind like Kendra particularly is like saying like, come on, Emma is innocent and everything, but all the rest of us three know exactly what's going on and everything. But they're not actually saying it. Like if you compare that to when they were doing the gardening, the first, and they were giggling and hose and all of this sort of thing. Like I feel like that signifies
And that
a bit of
was Kendra
progress
as well.
Yeah. Again, Matt not being here, he's the catalyst.
I just don't think the production team helped.
No.
Because for a while there, the camera was only focused on the hands going up and down.
Which is fine.
We
churning
didn't
all
have
the
a
butter.
shot of the whole thing. Not the bottom, not their faces, just the middle part of that scene.
Yeah. But I thought it was quite amusing, just moving on to the actual practicalities of the activity. Seeing like these three women really trying and spending 20 minutes doing it, and all three of them having to do it together. And Emma's just like, I'll just finish it off. Bam, 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 done. And she's so much like smaller looking and stuff. So it's sort of surprising to see like the physical ability.
It's just what they're used to,
Yeah.
isn't it? Emma will have grown up doing that. It's part of her culture and lifestyle. It's the daily bread and butter.
Yes. You were so pleased with that. You look like the cat that got the cream.
Oh.
But they churned their first butter. I tell you, Billie Jo was really excited to do the butter churning because that's
Yes.
like the quintessential Amish woman thing.
Yeah, and boy did she complain the most.
Well, that seems to be in line with what we've seen so far. What do you mean I've got to use an outside toilet? That's outrageous.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, interesting thing about that. I can't remember whether I told you. So I reached out on the Reddits to ask because you know the whole thing that I pointed out where she said you're a liar
Yeah.
to Alan.
Yeah.
And I thought he said I'm not a liar and got upset. Apparently, in that region, there's a thing with what he actually said, and they confirmed it with the subtitles, which I never thought to check. He said, I'm not a lion, because you're a liar,
Right.
or you're lying. And he goes, I'm not a lion. So he was actually joking, and that's apparently a thing in that area.
Oh.
Because a couple of people on Reddit were saying, oh, I live in that area, and I recognise that instantly because it's a thing.
Right. Okay.
So, plainly something that's not apparently not even made it out of that area, let alone all the way across to us.
Yeah.
So thank you, Redditors.
Wow. So that completely changes the tone of
Yeah.
that part of the episode.
It just goes to show, doesn't it? You bring your own interpretation of things. So yeah, News from across the pond.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, it comes a bit later in Billie Jo's thing, because she calls her date a liar.
Okay.
Yeah, should we just do that now? Should we just do that now? Actually, let's leave it there, because before Billie Jo meets her date, Aaron meets Billie Jo's date and is somewhat playing a part in the matchmaking here. So he gets no credit.
Yeah, it's interesting, because we get a little prelude to it where he's given these old-fashioned hearing aids.
Nah, you're muddling it up. He goes and does the painting first.
Does he do the painting first?
Yeah, because he's like, I can't hear. And then
Alan
is saying he's clearly not able to hear what Jacob is saying.
Yes. And to be fair, Jacob has a interesting accent and an interesting way of speaking.
He mumbles quite a lot, doesn't he? Which can't be easy for Aaron.
Do you know what? It seems like he's actually more used to speaking their... I can't remember their dialect, rather, and so he seems a little bit slow in his English.
Not sure.
He seemed nice enough. He seemed like a friendly soul. He's got what they call the classic Amish bowl cut.
Yeah, so should we just do a bit of context for this?
Yeah, probably.
Because Alan takes Aaron to go and do some work, and he's saying the Amish often are employed to do work for the Muggles. Because they pay and so on, and we work hard. So he takes Aaron to go and do some work. When they get there, it seems like Jacob's actually got this contract, and he's allowing Aaron to get a feel for what's going on by doing some of the painting.
And luckily, this client is not particularly picky.
Yes, it is quite a good job. I could have done a better job of painting that, you know.
Yes.
And why is he using a roller? Just use the brush.
Well, I noticed that he was using the roller, but then later on we cut to it, and it's been much more properly filled in. Like, you can't get a roller under the slats, so there's plainly been more going on there. But Aaron gets really a proper chewed on, doesn't he?
Yes, well, he realises that he's the only one working. The other two are just standing around watching him.
Yeah, and he's like, well, I mean, I take their feedback, but I appear to be the only one working.
Yeah, he's also the only one making conversation because he's doing all of the question asking. Except he then moans that he can't hear the answers and he can't lip read because he's working and therefore facing in the other direction. But he turns away. So he faces Jacob, asks him a question, and then turns away when Jacob's giving him the answer.
It's almost like this has been set up by production, Liv. But to be fair, he's also really conscious that he needs to get an absolute move on because he's like painting this thing at a rate of knots as best he can. He turns to Jacob and goes, "Is this all right?" And he's like, "Yeah, you will have to get better and quicker and, you know, better."
He was very polite. I thought it was shit.
Yeah. and you have high standards for painting. Boy, don't I know it.
Do you think that's what it is? What did you think of his paintwork?
Oh, I thought it was absolute shit.
Well, there we go.
It was very much telly painting. He was rollering on an uneven surface.
Going in the wrong direction.
Yeah. I love that they were like, pour a little bit on that tray. And they were like, yeah, a little goes a long way there, champ. Just put that back. But yeah, it was all like beautifully cutting feedback. Like,
yeah, it was, yeah.
He was like, so how do you think I did? And he was like, well, you know, not bad for a first day, but you will need to get better. I'll have to cut you some slack for a bit.
But the questioning that Aaron was doing with Jacob was finding out if he was married, if he was dating anyone, that sort of thing, because he had Billie Jo in mind.
Yes.
Because earlier in the episode, she'd been talking about wanting to date an Amish fellow.
I found it a bit uncomfortable the way that Aaron was like, do you have a preference for English girls? And Jacob was like, I at this point, any girl?
Yeah, but if you think of maybe the James kind of narrative, you could see him being very set on, no, it has to be an Amish person.
Yeah.
I know James isn't particularly that way, but someone who is strict might be that way. So I thought it was a fair question.
Yeah, it was just weirdly asked because he harped on it a couple of times. And it was like that preference. It felt like it was one step away from going, do you have a fetish for non-Amish people?
Okay then, let me ask you this.
Oh God.
Do you think production wanted him to ask that question?
100,000%.
Because I thought that Alan's reaction to this question session was quite strange.
How so?
I don't know, he pulled a funny face and it seemed like...
He wasn't expecting it?
Or he was, or he'd already thought of it and I don't know.
Right, okay, so there's a lot of possibilities
Yeah,
there.
there's possibilities. I just thought it wasn't natural, I suppose. But I
Okay.
couldn't read beyond that. So
Well-
I've been talking about it and thinking maybe production had said, hey, can you have this conversation with Jacob because it will set up some stuff for later.
This whole scene to me felt really acted. Like,
You
I felt
think?
like Aaron was playing up. They've told him, like, you need to be annoyed that they're making you work while watching you. And they've told them, like, oh, you need to get on his back about not being as quick as the Amish. And, or, Aaron, you need to make sure you ask about Billie Jo. It just felt like they had their points set and their...
Well, that's very cynical. Do you actually think that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't you? You thought that was natural.
Well, the awkwardness of it made me feel like it was natural.
I see the awkwardness and the out of character behaviour
You just
made
thought
me
that was
feel like
bad
it was
acting.
really bad acting. Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, that illustrates the two. I'm really cynical and you think the best of people.
Well, yes. Okay, well, anyway, that leads us to Billie Jo's date later on.
Oh, are we not
with
talking about
Jacob.
Aaron's hearing aids?
Okay, we can talk about
Aaron
Aaron's
gets given
hearing
some shitty old-fashioned hearing aids. He gets really angry and decides he'll just make do without. And I'm like, you've been constantly going on about how what you always do is just make do. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't do it quietly, do you, bucko?
Well, he does, to be fair. But he actually gave an explanation which helped me to understand it a bit more, which is that it takes him a significant amount of time to adjust to new hearing aids.
And he gave it a good 2 hours.
Well, I mean, come on.
He was walking around that house just smacking them and going, "Argh!" So I'm like, wow, you really gave this a good college try, didn't you, Aaron?
Yeah, it's like having been driving a Ferrari for, let's say, 5 years.
How often have you done this, Liv?
Anyway, and then all of a sudden, that gets taken off you, ripped from you,
As we can all identify with, yes.
and you're given a beat-up Nissan Micra.
Yeah, so what you're saying is you would just kick the Nissan Micra repeatedly and refuse to use it and go, well, do you know what? I'll just make do with walking.
No, but you might be sitting in it going, come on, move, it's not going anywhere.
You
But
definitely would. I would be like, oh, this is refreshing. I'm not terrified anymore.
Well, maybe a different analogy.
I
would work
love
better
your,
for
I
you.
love your analogies.
Okay.
Like this is the recent, like, you know what I find with farm equipment.
Okay, well, I was going to use,
Oh, good.
right, computers.
Oh, this is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Tell me
so-
about computers, Liv.
Well, it would be like having a brand new MacBook Air thing, and
Okay.
you've always had MacBooks, so you know exactly how they work, and they suit your needs because, I don't know, you work with computers or something, and then someone takes that off you
Yep.
and gives you a normal 1997 Windows machine
Right.
and says, there you go, you can do your work on there now.
You're right. I would absolutely punch it repeatedly and then refuse to do anything other than with chalk.
You'd throw it out the window, right?
No.
You would.
No.
1997.
Well, I mean, apart from the fact that it would be too heavy to throw out of the window if it was from the 90s, and the fact that you couldn't actually do anything with it.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, no, that's not the same equivalent. It's not like I could persevere and it would work. They just wouldn't interface, Liv. This is just showing that you don't use computers.
Or that you don't use hearing aids.
Well, I don't.
Uh-huh.
But he was talking about he needs some time to adjust to it. All right, give it the time and adjust to it, mate. Don't have a paddy and punch it repeatedly.
I'm getting frustrated with you, Ben.
Are you getting as frustrated with me as he got with the hearing
Yes.
aids? Okay, well, let's move on then to Billie Jo and her lover. A prospective lover.
So I was really surprised by this
Yes, this was the highlight of the episode. Let's not lie about it.
because we were watching this date and Jacob, bless his heart,
Okay.
he has a silly haircut.
Okay.
Although apparently traditionally Amish, but none of the others have
Yeah, I was
this
going to say,
haircut.
Alan is not traditional then, is he?
No, and James, neither of them have this haircut, and the bishop didn't either. I don't know what's going on, but
Oh,
apparently
well, the bishop did.
this is tradition. So he turns up, and then he mainly just says, okay,
Okay.
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 When he's not just staring off into space looking terrified.
He asks her 0 questions. She is driving this whole thing. He has no even idea of where to go, even though it's Amish land. She's like, should we go for a walk this way? Should we sit on this bench?
This conveniently located bench?
Yeah, and then she's still asking questions. Even when they get a bit more light-hearted, he's still very dry.
I love the way they're walking along. She's just asking him questions. He's just going, yeah, no,
Yeah.
okay.
I know, and I was thinking, oh my god, this is going so badly. And then we cut to her talking to the camera, and she's like, this is amazing.
Well, to be fair, she got to feel up his nipples.
Well, yeah.
So, I mean, how bad could it have been going? It turns out he's plainly had a hell of a Rumspringa.
Yeah.
Because he's got tats, not that he can show her.
No, because they're hidden.
And he's got both his nipple pierced, and she does not believe him. So she's like, oh, you can't show me, right?
That's where she calls him a liar. I think you're lying. I don't believe you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's like, you can touch him if you want. And so she does, and he goes, I don't think there's any there.
She's like, I can feel your hard nipples, but there's
your
nothing there.
nipples are hard. I'm like, I will get, honestly, I did not have on my Amish dating bingo card, these nipples are hard. I would never have predicted that.
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
So then she says, can you show me then? And he's like, well, no, like, there's people around. And so they slightly turn, and so the camera zooms in.
But he's got like popper buttons.
Yeah.
And he's
convenient.
like, yeah, look at that. And she's like, oh my God, you've got both. That is awesome.
Yeah.
You are a badass dude. And I'm like, well, and he goes, okay.
Yeah.
He seems really lovely, but also terrified. I mean, to be fair, he seems like me as a teenager going on a date.
Yeah, I mean, he did say later on that he's never even been on a date. This was his first date, and this man is in his 40s.
Yeah, he showed up and he was like, so I guess we're going on a walk then. And that was the most he said in one go the whole time.
Oh.
But Billie Jo had a great time.
She did. I just think it would be hard work going forward.
But, you know, she's wading in, giving it a go.
Yeah, because she goes back to the group and tells them all about it.
She does. And I think that's sweet. Everyone's nice. No one's taking the mickey or anything. They're just genuinely optimistic for it. And I'm like, fair play. She's like, I want to be Amish, so I best get me an Amish man.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be interesting to see whether we get any more dates over the next couple of episodes.
I don't think we will. I don't think they've got enough time to show us more than one thing of the same thing, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, she might in real life have gone on more dates with him, but I just don't think there's time to shove it in the 6 episodes that we think we're getting.
Maybe she's seen his tats now.
Oh, well, he did say they're on his back and his legs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, scandalous.
Scandalous.
I mean, to be fair, she's already cupped his nipples, so...
I know.
And again, still seems really weird to be saying that on a show called Suddenly Amish.
Do you think in real life the Amish have to have chaperones?
Maybe it's different when you're in your 40s.
Yeah, but maybe the young ones do.
As Billie Jo keeps pointing out, she's considered an old maid.
Yeah.
Because she asks Alan and Sarah, would you call me an old maid in your culture? And Alan goes, yep.
Actually, there was a really sweet moment between the two of them, Alan and Sarah.
It was. Daddy
they were
Alan.
talking to the camera about how they met and how they got together.
I thought this was hilarious. I saw so much of you and me in this.
Did you?
Yes. Because they're sat there next to each other, and he's the production have asked them, like, how was it for you two? And he says, well, you just go to their house and ask if they want to go on a date. What's the worst they say? Say no. And Sarah's like, sometimes we'd wait there on a Saturday night to see if any boys would come. And Alan was like, sometimes they'd say no, but you just got to keep trying with different ones, haven't you? And she did not look impressed. She was like, there were others? Others. She just narrowed her eyes when he was like, you got a few dates,
Well, she threw me off, though, because she said the boys would come knocking and ask. And I thought,
Boys.
How many boys came to knock for you? And then she said, only him.
Yeah. Well, to be fair...
She only dated Alan.
But that doesn't mean she didn't say no to the others.
That's true.
Whereas it sounds like Alan might have been going, I'll cast a wide net and see who bites. Her eyes narrowed. And then she dropped I only ever went out with Alan. And I was like, oh, bud, you are in trouble. But she lets him off, gives him a kiss on the cheek. And they just seem really warm and happy. Like, they're just great.
Yeah.
If I was going to join the Amish, which I never would, because I would struggle without my computer. But if I did, I'd want them to be my Amish mum and dad.
Yeah, you'd want them to do the integrating, wouldn't you?
More so than James. James does not strike me as a me person.
No.
Or a human person.
Oh, no, but we see some really nice stuff with him and Judah.
That's true.
I really liked that bit.
I love this, because Judah, bless him, is trying to conquer his fear. He touches a horse. He looks at a horse. He leads a horse.
Yeah, so in the same way that Alan took Aaron painting, James takes Judah, oh my goodness, buggying.
But he's like walking along holding this horse and going, oh my God, I've never ridden a horse. I'm leading a horse.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
He's, bless it. And then he's talking to the horse, introducing himself. Hello, I will
love
be
that
your
he does
caretaker.
that.
I know.
Because he did that in the first episode.
But knowing how deathly afraid of everything farmyard he is, like, you can see he is trying.
Yeah.
And I had my doubts about Judah. I thought he might have been a bit of a whiny piss baby. But fair play to him. He is giving it a good go.
Yeah, and you know what? I think that's what James sees as well. Because James says, you know, I can see that he's putting in a lot of effort and that this really could work for him. So he's like, I appreciate this. And so I think he's giving him more benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, and you see a bit more warmth to James. And so
Yeah.
he takes it, and Judah's like, do you need a license to drive with these? Nope. Okay, I can see that.
I think Judah might need a license.
I think, yeah.
Because this does not go particularly well.
I don't know. I think it went fair. It went better than I was expecting
It was
to.
fine when they were on the Amish land
Yeah.
and the crops were really high and there was one narrow bit for the horse and buggy to go down.
I don't think I've ever seen a more confused horse. Stop, start, stop, start. But
But then they got onto the public road and he's veering into the middle and then the horse won't stop and
they're
they
like-
miss their turning.
we have now passed the turning. Don't worry. Don't worry about turning. We've passed it now.
that.
But he's like, stop. And he's like, you have to pump the brakes 2 or 3 times before they start to stop. But the horse is going to keep dragging
Yeah.
you. And he introduced himself to that horse, and that horse did not give him the adequate respect that a gentleman would give.
The horse was a good boy.
I enjoy that he was like, I wonder if they'll let me pimp out my cart.
He was like, I'll put black rims on this.
I have a black horse.
I'll get a black horse to match the rims.
He's like, this is not what I would have chosen at home. It is literally 1 horsepower. That really made you laugh. I was like, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
I love the way, I'm just like, you still aren't getting this, are you? Because, like, the whole pimping out your thing and giving it your own unique style, not really an Amish thing, right?
No.
But yeah, again, could have been a prompt from, you don't know what he's been asked. Like,
Yeah.
in an ideal world, Judah, what would you do with this?
But I love this whole thing. It was really fun.
I enjoyed that he was like, oh, so James, you got a radio in here? And James was like, no. And I'm like, yeah, well, you got a mobile phone, didn't you? You draw the line at radios. He's like, no, I don't need to. I can just put my tunes on my phone. Like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I enjoyed it. I did enjoy the slightly undermining way at the end that James was like, well, you gave it a try. It's not for everyone and it might not be for you, but at least you had a go.
Yeah. It was just heartwarming, that whole bit. I don't even know where they were supposed to be going because they didn't show us that. They literally just showed us the journey. And then he was driving back to the house and I thought, yeah, James took over, didn't he, on the road, and you've just got back onto Amish land and now Judah can have the reins. Oh, and we've forgotten about the horse poop.
Oh, God. Judah will never forget about the horse poop.
That's how we end. Because the buggy's there and it's got like a window that's half closed and half open. The open bit is for the reins to go out where the driver sits.
Yeah, and as Judah says, I'm looking straight down its blowhole.
Yeah. And then it's just walking along and it just...
Does the most giant poo he's ever seen.
You know what? I was surprised that they actually didn't just stop, scoop it up. That's manure. That's good for the plants and the crops.
I think normally...
Like, the horse's pooped. We need to scoop that up and put it in the back.
I have a feeling normally it would do it while they're on the move, and so you don't get the stench because it's behind you. I think the fact that he'd stopped to cower in the back of the trap.
That's what
and
made it
that's
worse.
why because they're not leaving.
Yeah, but also it's a horse. Like, that's not going to stink that much, right? It doesn't. It's
Well,
a
apparently
herbivore.
it did.
No. Oh dear.
Yeah, but again, he's afraid of farm stuff, so he's not used to it. Like I said, he was trying to like crawl into the back of the car. It was brilliant. Never change. Thank goodness they didn't surprise him with a chicken in the back. Next week we go to the ostrich farm.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, that could have been where they went.
Oh, yeah, he's too traumatised. It was too damaging to show.
But I thought he did well.
He did.
And it
I'm
was
proud
fun
of him.
for us to watch.
Oh, yeah, it was. So that brings us, I suppose, to our final participant, Matt. But he's not here. So what's up with that?
Matt is back.
Return off the mat once again, return off the mat.
Because you and I looked at each other a bit, I don't know, curiously, because we flip over to Texas. I'm like,
Yeah, what? And then we see Matt, and I'm
At
like,
a bar.
having a beer, and going, do you know what? Fuck that James guy. I'm going to go get my girl.
Yeah.
The problem is, all he's really interested in, I think, is exploring things with Kendra.
I mean, he does a lot of blaming of James.
Yeah.
You know, James ended my journey early. I went there to learn about the Amish lifestyle. I also had a thing with Kendra that I didn't get to quite fully
And
explore.
I definitely need to explore that. He is being led there by his dick. I won't agree with James on many a thing, but he's not wrong in his assessment that Matt is back for that.
So Matt arrives back. Kendra is thrilled and throws herself at his feet.
That's amazing because she runs at him, slips down a verge, whacks her elbow, arse over tea kettle, and then grabs him at crotch level.
I thought she styled that out. Like, she just went with it and accepted that it had happened.
I think she accepted. I don't know if you can say she styled it out.
Oh,
Again, she hugged his crotch.
Well, she moved to his ankle.
Which is styling it.
Yeah, I just mean she didn't try and get up and slip over again. You know,
I love that no one went to help her. They were all just like, nah.
Yeah.
James, not happy.
No, and James says he's just back to cause trouble.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think he's wrong.
I thought, well, that's a bit unfair. And then when we saw the clips for the next episode, I was like, yeah, the first thing he's doing is causing trouble.
Look, as with a lot of things with James, he might be a dick, but he's also not wrong.
Yeah.
But we called it, didn't we, that we think that James has a bit of a soft spot for Kendra. Well, he said that he's got a soft spot for her.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, someone wants him.
We are not the only ones to
muggle
have
wife.
noticed.
Yeah, it seems like Emma has noticed.
And Alan.
Alan calls
Alan
him out.
calls him out on his jealousy.
And he didn't like that.
No.
Not one bit. But also, did you see Emma's face?
At what?
When they were having their group talk where he was being accused, she's the one that brings it up by saying, is there maybe someone else that you have feelings for? And she looks stony-faced and pissed off. And again, in the prequel to the next episode, we see there's intimations that maybe her and James have a not traditional
someone, I can't remember
relationship.
who it said, I have never seen cousins act like this before. It's a little bit too close.
Cue to the banjo music. Ding, 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 ding.
But they are like third cousins,
Yes.
not first cousins.
No.
So that's almost strangers, right?
Sure.
As cousins go.
Where are you going with this,
I'm
Liv?
just saying.
Just saying. So yeah, that's really so. What basically it seems to be that there might be some veracity to what we said, where we were like, James got rid of Matt because he felt like he was a cock block.
And if all of this is true, we have 2 love triangles.
2 love triangles.
Yes.
Oh right, yes, but weirdly sent with the
James.
the connecting point of James. I again up there with the things I would not have called.
Yeah, or maybe 1 love triangle and 1 unrequited love.
Well, we don't know.
Because no one's trying to get with Emma. Poor thing.
Oh well, yeah, true.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was really. He's back. He's coming back. And what I thought was really interesting in there, when the Amish people go and have a quick side chat in their dialect so no one can understand, Alan is advocating for letting Matt stay, but still with the condition that he is not going to be able to remarry once he joins the church.
Yeah, because he says, I've been reading some scripture, and I don't know if I've interpreted it right, but I think we should give him a second chance. And I was thinking, what was the scripture? I want to know. I want to know what you read.
Maybe they have this rule where they're like, we're not going to share the scripture with the outsiders.
Bible. Do they have the different Bible?
Well, they might have a different translation. They might also have their own text, because like the Mormons have their own text. So maybe there's something like, I can't say that I'm an expert.
All in all, this was a really good episode.
It was. Ooh, tech spot.
Yeah.
There was one of the Amish ladies using a massive long weed whacker.
Yeah, there was. No, it was like a...
edging trimmer
yeah,
or something.
and I didn't think of anything of it. And you went, oh. And I was like, oh, yeah, I hadn't noticed that.
Plainly petrol-powered things are fine if they're not cars.
Yeah. What are you going to rate it then, Ben?
I am going to give this a solid 6 shitting horses out of 7.
Nice. Even though there was only one horse.
Yes, but
One horsepower.
but it shat with the power of 6 horses, according to Judah. No, this was great. I had a lot of fun with this one. There was tumbles, there was thrills, there was definitely spills. There was amazing dating, and it was more than okay. What did you rate it?
I've rated it 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good, really entertaining. Another one that flew by.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm apprehensive about is Matt's return. And I really don't like it. It makes me feel uncomfortable, actually. Because I think he's there for the wrong reasons now.
And that reason is dick.
I was really sad when he left. Because I thought, come on, persevere with this.
Yeah.
Like, one guy's putting you off and you've legged it. That makes me wonder how he got divorced.
I mean, to be fair, that guy had an axe.
Yeah, but come on. You got to think, he's the problem, not me. I'm staying.
He has an axe.
Yeah, but he doesn't live on his land, or he didn't live on his land.
Yeah, I know. I feel like if I went into some process and then one of the main people that are supposed to be harbouring me chased me off their land with an axe, I'd be chased off too. I do sympathise with him on that score.
No, I don't. He shouldn't have left.
I think...
And he definitely shouldn't have come back.
I think it's perfectly reasonable that he left. He definitely shouldn't be coming back, especially for the reasons that he's saying. I think if Kendra wasn't there, he would not have come back. Kendra is likely to relapse or to regress in the process now, I think.
I don't really care, to be honest. I'm just fixated on him, I guess. And it's really annoying.
What a cheerful ending.
I know, but the rest of the episode was good enough that that only knocked off one.
And of course, his return did lead to Kendra absolutely falling arse over tea kettle.
Yeah, so that was quite
That
good.
was funny, although it looks like she's actually really hurt her elbow.
Do you know what, actually? As an episode, him returning didn't bother me as much as the preview for the next one.
Yeah, it's
tainted
the preview,
it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Just more disrespect, and I think it's led by him.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, that is just a teaser to get us to watch it.
I think and it might also be that he's been riled up by production and sent back to go like, it's you versus James, the showdown. Because they even give James the sort of villain music as well and everything.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I liked when they were settling in and everyone was kind of getting on.
Yeah.
Well, but that's just me.
Well, and on that note, hopefully next week will be more cheerful. Probably won't be, though. So that's all, folks. If you've been enjoying what you're listening to, please do take the time to rate and review us on your platform of choice. It really helped the show grow and spread.
Thanks so much for listening. See you next time. Bye.
Toodles!